Hello and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I have the beautiful Eggs-Cellent Easter egg box die set to share with you. This is another launch from Tonic. It contains 43 different dies and it's in this lovely big A4 size folder, so you can see right away when we open it up all the beautiful dies. But importantly, there are instructions in here. And I know lots of you like to follow along a bit with this and a bit with the video, and I hope you can work that well and it suits you fine to watch along with me, and hopefully we'll make it together and it'll be quite simple. If you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do that and hit the notification bell, and that way you'll be able to keep up to date with all the videos as they come along. And then if you do enjoy it, don't forget at the end to give me a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment, because that always helps my channel too, and I always appreciate that. The links to all the products will be down below in the description as well. Now, a very quick look at the die set. As always, I really like to have a look at the die set and see if there's anything else, first of all, that you can use these for, as well as what it is intended to do. So we can see there's a large hexagon here. I've already cut this out, and that's the shape there with little glue tabs, but you could use that as a layering die, and you could use it as a frame or whatever, and it's really beautiful. And then we also have these lovely panels here, and this, well, I don't know, but this one looked to me, I'll move this over and show you, this one looked to me like a kind of dress for one of those little dolls or fairies that had the little face up here, a short kind of body and the long. I can't remember the name of it. If I do remember, when I'm editing the video, I'll put it on at the bottom on the screen. But this lovely little lacy part at the bottom and the little arms here, I don't know, but we'll think about that. And then we've also got some lovely decorative panels here, little flowers and a little bow and pieces here to make that up. So obviously that doesn't, none of those and these little hexagons don't need to be used with this die set at all. Tiny little flowers here and more little banners and things as well, and flowers. Then we also have these sentiments. So one of them says Happy Easter and the other one says Hello Spring, and they've got little backing plates, so they don't necessarily have to be used with the egg either. You could use those on cards. Now if you want to have a little look here, I've actually gone ahead and done some die cutting, and you can see that there are gorgeous little rabbits that come out of that, so I held on to those because I think I'll use those as well. I also wanted to paper piece some back in, so I just slid a piece of white card in behind just this area. I didn't have to cut the whole thing out, and got myself some little white bunnies as well to use for later. So let's just get started. First of all, you need to recognise the difference between the top panels and the bottom panels of the Easter egg here, because the top panel is slightly bigger. So the top one is this one with the fancy edging on it, and I've cut it out here, and you can see that lovely little edge that I was talking about earlier on. So the glue tabs down the side and the top, and then this little kind of pointy edge along the bottom, and then this one is the bottom panel here. So you'll need to cut out 6 of those and 6 of those, and then you can cut out the decorative panels as well. You're also going to need 1 each of these little hexagons and 2 of these. Then this little die compartment here, there are 4 different dies in this, and this little piece itself makes the little stand for the Easter egg, and then you can use these panels to decorate that, and then all of the other things go on top of that. Now I've gone ahead and I've cut out my 6 panels of the top and bottom. I've got them all there, and you can see here that the little pieces have got some debossing lines on them, and that's for guidance if you're going to add the little decorative panels in, because you can see there, even on the packaging, you can see where that's sort of divided into 3. Now I'm not actually going to do that this time, but I just wanted to make you aware of what those are for, because you can go ahead now at this stage and die cut those panels into that, possibly back them or put vellum inside or whatever it is if you're wanting to do that as well. And for the bottom one then, I have used the smaller of the 2 hexagons, and I've already gone ahead and glued it to the top of one of these just so that I don't lose that. The other thing is, you will need to shape all of these panels and even the decorative panels, so you'll not want to be trying to shape an egg form out of something straight like that. You'll need to get it like this, and the easiest way, well for me anyway, because I've always got loads of alcohol markers on my desk, and you'll just run that in behind like that, So I'll show you on a straight one so that you can see it perfectly from straight right through, and that just gives a smooth little curve on it. If you were to use a bone folder or something on that, you might just get a straight edge on it or a little bend or a fold that you don't want. But if you've got something round like this, you'll not need to worry about that, and you get a lovely smooth curve. Now I'm going to try something here, and hopefully this will work. I'm doing the base first of all, so I'll pick out my 6 base pieces. There. Now you can probably see here I have taken very narrow high-tack red liner tape and put it down the very outside of those tabs. It's not right into the centre, because I want to see if this works. If it doesn't, you follow along to the next bit and I'll do it differently, but I want to try this first anyway to see. So I've got all of these pieces ready, and I've one already attached on here, and I need to add the next piece on there, and I want to be sure that everything all lines up. So I've used pearlised card. This one is Caribbean Sea, and it's 250 GSM. It's pearlised, so it does take a little minute or two more for the glue to grab on top of that than it would do if it was just smooth card. But I think it looks really, really lovely, and I'm happy enough just to hold on to it for a second or two. Now the reason why I've got the tape right out to the edge, what I did actually, I'll show you this because it's very easy. Run the tape along like that and then just snip into it and get rid of all the little the extra pieces. But I've left in here so that I can put glue on that. And what I want to do is take the top off the film off the top of this and leave the tape on there. I don't want to put that right into the centre because that would make it very, very difficult to put it on, and I also always think that wet glue holds a wee bit better, just has a bit more longevity with it, or if that's the right word. It's a wee bit sturdier and it lasts longer. But this has the quick grab effect so that you're not sort of fumbling about and holding on to it for long periods of time. So I'm going to put glue on here as well. And then I can line all of this up. The tape is going to hold it in at the back, and the glue is going to give it a really good grab. So I've got the best of both worlds there. And I'll put the glue on the glue tab at the end because I just want to make sure that I've all of this lined up perfectly. And you can see there that it's lined up really, really well at the top, and you want to bring those as close together as possible. And just bend that because obviously there you can put the bottom one in, and just make sure top and bottom are really, really neat, and then fold the other ones in. Well, there you are. It did work, and I'm really glad, and I'm very happy about that, because that means now that I can go ahead and do the other panels in the same way. You can see there, it's really, really neat and a really, really good fit. I'll just glue this on, and then I'll speed this up a little bit while I go ahead and glue the other panels on in the same way. You'll be pleased to know that I've gone ahead and made the top in exactly the same way up to this point, but I didn't glue this on at the start because you can actually do it at the start or the end, and this time I'm just going to put it on right now. And you could also just turn that over and add another one on the inside to stabilise it a little bit, and I'll probably do that soon. But I really just want to get that on there, and there we are. Hold that for a minute or two. Now, I did say that this is paralysed card, so that's why it's taking a minute or two longer for that glue to grab on it. It always does, but it's worth the wait because it looks lovely at the end. And I think those two colours together, the two colours that I'm using, are nice and Eastery. It's nice and springy kind of colours. Now what I could do there is just turn that upside down and give that a little press down in with my little bone folder. And there we are. Now I want to decorate those, so if you have a look at the photographs on the packaging here, you'll be able to see, first of all, you'll see how you can add pieces on there that sort of fit into where these deboss lines are, the score lines, but I thought that I'd really like to put a nice patterned panel on the top and a glittery panel on the bottom. Now, I hope this looks really nice at the end, but I thought this would look really cute. So first of all, I've identified the top and the bottom decorative panels. So you'll see that there's a plain one in here, the pattern one on the outside, the plain one, and then a decorative one in here. Well, I decided that I would like to put the plain one on first because I really wanted a plain one, and I've gone for exactly the same colour, top and bottom, as what I've used on the actual egg base itself. And I obviously need to sort of bend those a little bit as well, but I have 6 of each of those, and before I do anything else I'm going to go ahead and glue all of these around here, and that will cover up all those score lines, but more importantly it'll reinforce this a little bit and make it a little bit more stable for me to work with. So I'm going to do that on the top. I don't actually necessarily need to do it on the bottom because I'm adding another panel on here, and this will be a full one, but I don't want those lines, I'll show you here, I don't want those lines to be showing out at the sides again there. See the way you can just see them there and there? So for stability and for that purpose as well, I'm going to glue the glitter card on over the top here, so I can go ahead and do this with all of these, glue them onto the top of this one. That will be then glued the whole way around here because I have 6 of those panels on this one, and I'll do the same on here on the top one. I've got this panel, I've got this as well, and I'm going to put that on there. Now you can also see, I'll come back in a moment or two and show you how I'm going to paper piece a little bit of that, but right now I'm going to start gluing all of these together. And now I'm just going to add these little white bunnies in there because I think that really gives that a lift. I think the turquoise and the lemon is beautiful together, but it does need that little bit of a pop of white. So there they go. Then you hop, little bunny. And that's just a little small detail, but I think it makes all the difference. So now I can go ahead, remembering, obviously, because it's not too hard to remember whenever the edges are shaped the same way, but I'm just going to go ahead and glue the 6 of these around the top and the 6 of these around the base. So far so good, but now we've got to add the little pieces on the inside here that hold these two together. So on the top we're going to add the ring so that it fits a little bit inside, and on the bottom we're going to add it so that it fits flush. So we'll go back to the two hexagon pieces that we cut earlier on, and you can just reinforce all those little score lines. I've already done all of that, and you can see that the right side then is facing outwards, and on this one the glue tabs will be facing up to the inside. I'm going to add glue all around all of these tabs first of all, and then I'm going to set this inside there. Now you can just align that inside, and it goes roughly, you can see on the inside there when you press it down, if you keep it even, it will be roughly about a centimetre, just slightly over a centimetre the whole way around there, and just keep it even. And that looks about right. Now I'll just read what it says on the instructions for you here. So it's saying your hexagon glue tab should be folded upwards into the dome, and your adhered hexagon should align with the second ring of your top half panel glue tabs as shown below. So you'll see where the glue tabs are in there, and this glue tab just aligns with that the whole way around, but there's a rough guide, is just about slightly over a centimetre or so the whole way around there. And then because this one is slightly smaller, then you'll want to fold this all exactly the same way, and it folds in there and just fits really flush, and then the two will go together very, very neatly. Now I'm going to leave that for just a minute or two for the glue to dry, and then the top will fit over the bottom, and that's a really, really snug fit. But while that's gluing and drying, I can go ahead then and create the little base for it, the little stand. So I need to cut out 6 of these side panels, and that's 2 of them already glued together there, but I need to cut out another 4 and then use the little dies that decorate that, and I'm going to use those in the same blue glitter card, and I'll attach them all together and form a little ring. Next I've taken these 2 little dies that make the bow, so you can see this one needs a little bit of folding, and you'll just pop those 2 pieces into the centre like that. This one goes on behind, you glue that on there and wrap that around, and you've got a really beautiful little bow. Whenever I made the first little bow, I intended just to make one and put it up at the top there, but I actually thought it turned out really nice, and I just added them right around the outside, and it looks really pretty. So I hope you like the colours that I've used there, but I also hope that this has inspired you to have a little think about some things that you might have there that you could use with it, some different colours or some patterned papers or whatever. Obviously I was drawn to these ones because I thought they were quite springy and suited the egg, but I can imagine that in lots of golds and other colours as well. It would be really, really nice. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget, if you have, to give the video a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment down below. And my affiliate links to all of these products will be down below in the description of the video, and I make a little commission from that, but it doesn't cost you anything extra, so I do really appreciate everybody who uses those as well. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to do that and hit the notification bell, and until next time, Happy crafting. Bye.